What's going on, everyone? A little pump there. It's a medical sector here. Let's see what's going on. It's cherry picking here. JNUG coming across 20 here shortly. It's coming for a bullish retracement now after a little before market push. It's a 15-minute chart, so we'll watch that closely. It's going to pop across 20 here any minute. Watch for the head fakes. Again, for the sea of green on medical, looks like the pharmaceuticals. What you talking about? Yesterday's close, Bill? Yeah. See if we can't find something that's going to move across. Oh, wait for the cross across 20, man. Got a nice pre-market push. Now they're bringing it back on the open. It's a bullish move. It's a bullish retracing. Let's find the bottom here. Sounds like you did all right. As long as you made some money, don't worry about catching all the move. It's practically impossible. Sounds like you made something. Infinity yesterday, I think we were mentioning that last week to watch it, so I don't know. I didn't buy any of it. But yeah, I was ready to move last week. Had to turn to the drink. It's funny. These things just explode. Everyone's buying drugs. This one right outside the gates, gapped open, right across resistance. No catching it. Don't chase it. Oh, lots of gaps right over resistance. Pretty hard to catch those. If it's a gap and run, then fine, but CLF. Looks like they had enough downside, huh? Right outside that pattern, gapped on the open, gap and run. Let's see if we can't cross previous highs while we're at it. It looks like it gapped into resistance. Looks pretty healthy. If it were me, I'd wait for the close of the gap, but if it wants to run and break previous highs, then you have more support. Damn. That one's pretty much ready. No volume, of course. That one's getting closer. APHB. And a nice little bullish consolidation into support on this one and then a bounce. Looks like it wants to fill that big gap there. See what happens with that. It's got a volume breakout too. Something to watch here. ATNM. Let's check out the monthly. Looks like monthly's coming across resistance now. Weekly, previous high breaks. Watch this one. OBV can be better, but it does have a momentum cross there. It looks like momentum's carrying across. Nice volume pump. Watch for resistance. Could be ready to fill that gap all the way to 90. It's got a volume breakout. Got to watch those. AMPE. It's already cracked the whip there. Look for a retracement back into $1, I imagine. Maybe pick up some on the cheap. ATNM. Let's watch this one. It's got a volume breakout already. Looks like the pullback's coming in on JNUG. Might be worth coming in. I got its support now across the 8. Over the 8 into the 13, back into the 8 for support. Make sure support holds. Little crack. There we go. See if we can't keep this rolling. Cross. Need to get across 20 today for a Friday close. That'd be awesome. Awesome. I quit drinking like, wow, it's almost been a year. I was a bartender for 20 years, so I think I drank enough for everybody. Got me through college, got me through the bad days of the real estate market. I feel a lot better, Maria. No more hangovers. Feels good. I have my other things. So drinking doesn't agree with me anymore. Hangovers take too long to recover from. JNUG bottom. We need to get across that 20. Oh my God, it's so sensitive. Need to get across 20. Send you some. Isn't it legal? Should be legal. Did it drop off the map again? No, steel's looking good on the weekly. Watch for previous high breaks. It's filling that gap at 28 though, so you got $1. You got some room until previous lows. 28. Looks like it's building to crack it though. You got nice lower highs right into resistance. Hi ho, Silver. Good job. A little pullback, but looks like it's trying here. And watch for another pullback at resistance now. Still scared of this head and shoulders top on CLF, but I'm waiting. Whatchamacallit, steel looks good. This is an iron ore mining company. I think that Kraken above, excuse me. Kraken above 770 on JNUG or CLF would be awesome. Got a double bottom here at 6.7. Looks good. It's at resistance though, so it's a little back and forth before the pop. I got previous lows at 767. Nice cup, nice handle. Handle came all the way back into the previous breaks. Pretty nice, nicely well done. Textbook stuff right there. Looking for a higher low in JNUG. It's got to hold support. It's going to fall over. It's the 1 minute chart. It's got plenty of room to come back into support too after that pre-market push. I always do that shit. Got a double bottom now. Hang on to your shorts. There it goes. Looks like 1950 where it started off on this pre-market push. Just a bunch of games, I guess. Hate it when they do stuff that no one else can touch but them. And then they retrace it all morning. It's a usual story for the market makers. $10X Therapeutics. Where's my ADHD? What happened with that? I don't see it in the top runners today. Let's find it. I imagine everyone's going to buy ADHD because they need it. There it is. Looks like it did run. Still in play. Came all the way back into support. Can't decide. Can't concentrate on ADHD. It's the newest thing. JNUG struggling. Looking for a spike low, back to previous lows, or previous highs or the previous breaks. I need to get some money over here in biomedical. As soon as I do, though, everything's going to crash. Watch. Never ceases to amaze me. So I'm going to leave it alone. Hope someone's making money on this biomedical. I bet you this whole thing, this whole sector is holding up the Dow. ONCS. Damn. Holy moly. Holy moly, sir. Look at that. Flat top break. It's a little, looks like a little gap and run. Huge amounts of OBV. See if we can't get a push on this. It's definitely a volume break. Let's see here. Pronto's trying. Not ready. JNUG trying really hard to step up the pace here, breaking into previous lows now. Hold support. See if we can't climb from here. ARDM just about ready to break that top there. Watch the 5 o'clock high. Use volume on that one. Nothing else there. This looks like it's ready to be primed and ready. It's just getting ready for that little push across the resistance. Watch for the gaps. Breaking into previous lows here shortly. Looks like it's about a 30 cents run. Here comes JNUG for a spike low. See if we can't pick this up. ONCS looking for a push. Primed and ready. It's on its highs now. 134, 134, 134, 135, another high. Boom, boom, come on. Break that previous high, 36. Climbing the ranks. Good volume. Gotta push across. Spike low on JNUG. Watch that. Looks like it came all the way back into support. One 137 is the high on ONCS. Let's see if we can't break that. 30 cents pop. CUR just popped its head up. Another one to watch here. Watch for the previous high breaks. It's very close. Looks like 150 would be a good emotional spot for this one. Could run all the way to 2 for the gap fill. Looks like 2 o'clock is resistance. Could get a 50-cent run out of that. Looking for a pop here. A gap and run. JNUG slow off the bottom here. CUR 150. Crack the whip. It's coming up on volume breaks. CUR 150. Boom, 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 boom. LTC. Gotta turn to my other computer for that. You talking LTC to the dollar? Let's look at this one instead. You talking about this flat top here? That'll confirm the downward pattern. It's crossing over the 34 on the daily. That's a good sign. It's starting to change trend, but I am looking at a double top. Head and shoulders top. Into resistance. Making the head back through support into resistance. It's got to have a nice little push here or it's going to turn. Volume cures all ailments. That's a head and shoulders top, but if you can hold above previous highs, consolidate or whatever it's got to do. It's a nice little push across there though. I mean, Bitcoin had the same pattern and it blew it out. So you can see that head and shoulders top here, left head, right shoulder, the right shoulder, but it blew it out. So hopefully Ethereum's got a little push this morning too. So does Dash. Coming off a bottom on Dash. LTC. Looks good if we can hold support. I like LTC. I caught that bottom when it was down in the dumps. This bottom here. It's a pretty nice move. Let's see what my EOS is doing. Oh, EOS is down. Time to buy more. Looks like I got a double bottom on EOS today. The dollar's down, back into support now. So the bullish retracement's in. Looking for a turn on that bad boy. S&P's up. It opened down though. JNUG in 1950, that was our mark. Let's see if we got a hold here. S&P is still doing its thing. It's very thin support lines though. So thin. IPI. Cure past 150. Hold 150 for support. I like that thing. Nice bottom pattern. IPI. JNUG's not holding. Gotta come into support sometime. Looks like a bearish retracement to me on the daily there, Bill. I got a 2-bar reversal at the top on the daily. Crossed over the 8 into the 34. Over the 34 back in. That's a bearish retrace. As long as you stay above previous highs for support. If you don't have support, you don't have nothing. This thing can fall over. That's a daily. Stay above previous highs for support. Weekly, it's bouncing off of the 8, so you do have some life in it. You do have some life. Bounce right off of previous highs. Just make sure you hold support. Once it breaks down the 8, I always look for momentum, and the momentum's always back into resistance. So watch for further rejection coming in at 411, 412. I got a 2-bar reversal forming on JNUG. That spike low. 2-bar reversal now. First sign of a reversal since this downturn. So let's get across the 8 for support. Crossing the 8 is breaking into previous lows. First line of resistance there. Looks like it wanted to shake everybody out. Here at 150 again. Gotta crack the whip. ATOS popped its head up. Looks like the head fake's coming in on Cure. ADHD is confused. Can't concentrate. Needs to sell more drugs. I think it's still in play. ADHD. I can't imagine anybody not buying ADHD because, I mean, it's the newest thing, isn't it? It's very trendy. ADHD. Oh, it crushed it, huh? Huge head fake now. Still in play. It's just coming into support. Gather its legs to try again. Make sure you hold support there, Maria. Make sure we hold support on JNUG. It's got the 2-bar reversal into resistance. Now it's coming back in. Make sure we hold 50% of the previous candles. Hold momentum. We do have to break into previous lows. Lots of resistance on the way back up. I think Bitcoin's going to do a whole measured move there. Steely. Let's hold 50% here. Let's hold it. No. Now I got a double bottom. Make sure we hold on the close. That was a nice little spike low for JNUG. Now I got a double bottom across 2-bar reversal. Make sure we hold support for momentum. Resistance is pretty tight coming down. I have to keep momentum on that reversal. Watch for the pop here. It's very tight. See resistance coming down, support, right at support. It's got to hold momentum. Crack the whip. No. Looking for a deeper double bottom here. No, did not hold. Reversal bar is canceled. Resistance. Too tight. Now I got a bullish piercing pattern. What the hell, Jana? Come on. It's all the way down into support, so it's got to do something down here. It's got to do something. Damn. Took that out, didn't it? I missed that. Took out previous highs pretty handily. Good nose. Super truth seeker. JNUG. Scraping the bottom there. Got some head fakes going on. JNUG's a pretty tough cookie, man. Hi ho, Silver. Tough cookie at that. Just make sure you hold support on the way down. My support lines on the way down are previous highs, so we did not hold. Let's take a longer view. Longer view still looks good. Just coming into support somewhere. Over the 34, back into the 34. It's got to find support here. You think JNUG's going to fall over? I think JNUG's in a bullish pose. Came in for the bullish retracement. It's done. Now it's going to be crossed over the 8, into the 8, over the 13, into the 34, back into support. Nice hammer. I think we got lots of support. I don't think 17 is going to go that low, man. It's a nice little bullish pattern forming here. Nice little cup, nice hammer. Breaking that hammer across 20 is going to be a nice move. So all we have here is a head fake across 20. See that? Boom, boom, head fake. Support's we got to find support here somewhere. The bullish retracing is a bullish consolidation. It's got to crack that hammer right across 20. Let's see. I made some money on this on the last run. Struggling to hold on to support on that daily chart. Lots of resistance. The longer term pattern there. Looks like it's coming off of support. It's got a lot of work to do on that one there, Truth Seeker. Make sure you hold support always. I got the left shoulder head now. Nice hammer. Crossing the 8 into the 13 now. Nice spike low, hammer. 2-bar reversal, hammer. I got the left shoulder head. Look for a spike high. It's got to cross that balance point there, right there. It's a nice little sweet spot. Crack into 1960 and then come back for the right shoulder. Or we can take the right shoulder now. I've got support on that right shoulder there at 1940. I would be back to bullish if it gets above previous highs. got a lot of work to do. Coming off its lows. It's got to hold support. It's in that upward trend line, but it's below its averages. So back and forth, back and forth. Hopefully you can pop into the next line. I would be back to bullish if it was above 67 there, above the left high over here. Previous highs. Needs support. If this cracks down, I got support all the way down here at 40. Got a lot of work to do. But yeah, I need to get on that. I need to learn my Gann waves. Really? I didn't know that. Goldman Sachs uses Gann waves. We got a huge change in sentiment on the biopharmaceutical medical sector here. Chain up for a turn right here. Double bottom, higher low. Held support. Let's break into previous lows. Crack the whip. Take it out. That balance point right there. Boom. Take it out. Let's get some support back in this. That was a nice little sweet spot break right there. Low, low, high, 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 crack. A little balance point. Into the 34, back into the 34. Let's get the right shoulder moving across the 34. Left, head. Let's get this right shoulder moving. Could be just a W bottom if it wants to keep going. Looking for a bottom. Watch for the retrace. Yep. Quantitative easing, the loan packages to Greece. Now they're confiscating islands. Yeah. These people are sick. I think the game's coming to an end, though. I think it's going to start with Catalonia. Brexit, Trump, now Catalonia. The trend is changing on this globalist idea of utopia, this corruption going on. Things will change. People are waking up. Yep, you're right about that. Let's crack it right here. 34. Let's change the trend on the 1 minute chart here. Boom. Nice W bottom. Over the 34, back into the 34. Over, back in, let's hold support. That was a nice little balance point break. Yeah, a little rejection, coming back in a little bit. I promise to look into GAN. I got the videos. I got about 3 hours of tutorials on GAN that I need to watch. I promise to do it. I'm just stuck in my old ways though, man. INFU. Did you buy that, Maria? ADHD? Did it feel at home when you bought it? It should churn. It just came into support, right? Looks good. I think it's still in play, man. Or lady. I think it's still in play. It's just a huge head fake there. Very volatile. You can call this the volatility move, where it hits the top of the range and then the next move down into the bottom of the range, the volatility move. That happens a lot. It tests both sides of the range in a 1-2 punch. Yes, you're right, Maria. Good eye. I'm trainable, man. I'm trainable. I swear. Yes, the slingshot move. I also call it crack the whip. You can see like the crack the whip on it. That's the volatility move, though. Hit the top of the range, bottom of the range in a couple moves, and then the next one is the one that's like a 1-2 punch. It's gearing up. The OBV is pretty high. Had a nice volume spike off that bottom. And maybe close a hammer today on it. That would be pretty sweet. JNUG over the 34, back into the 34. Watch for the previous high break. Is that the secret to the high frequency trading algorithm? GAN? I'm gonna take your word on that. Which feed are you getting for LTC USD? Because I got Litecoin at 57, 58, 59. ADHD's got some volume. RYI. I can't find it, Maria. Nice bullish retrace on the daily. Pop out of there. I would say break across the previous highs, or breaking into those previous lows of in and above 10. A little bit of resistance coming in. Needs a nice volume push here. Yeah, I know all the federal, what is it, the Federal Reserve buildings all have a little black box in there. Bitfinex. All right, Bitfinex. Let me change my stuff over. It is taking out that left shoulder. So it's not a head and shoulders top anymore if it can keep up here. So I think you're right. Steely Tan. You sold the goods to, you sold us all out, huh, to Goldman. Now they got all the secrets. They're using it against us. You sold out, man. I see your right shoulder or your left shoulder breakout on LTC now. Can't change it over on here because it'll ruin everything. I got too many steps. I don't want to ruin my charts. JNUG back into support. $10 billion. At least you can retire. I'm going to send Goldman a back test on my trading system and see if they'll buy it. What do you think? 10 billion sounds fair. I'm going to send them an analysis report of all the stocks ever 20 years on my trading system. I think they'll pay for it. Thanks, Steely. I appreciate that. Naps are good, man. It'll keep you young. Keep you young. Or at least you can have some fun now, huh? I don't think I'll ever stop trading. I would be old and decrepit. Teaching all the whippersnappers how to trade. GSS looks good, Maria. It's at resistance, though. Damn. It's what happens when we write the bankers a blank check. They just start writing checks for themselves. Yeah, you're right, Maria. Everything that we post is on watch, not a recommendation, just watch. I don't have any skin in the game, so I can't say to buy it or sell it or whatever. Always. I think that's the rule of just a sacred rule of the, whatchamacallits, trading rooms. Yeah, I love trading. Ever since my personal finance teacher in college told me, or told the class, to stay away from futures. Stay away from futures. It's way too risky. Ding, ding, ding. I'm in. Can't tell me what to do. I am free. Pretty rough out there right now. Friday close, pretty slow, right? Fridays are usually slow. Even Steely's taking the day off. Got a nice little break there. Missed it. Cure. Looks like it had a little head fake there. Still building. Looking for ADHD to pop its head up any moment. Yep. It's got to hold support. Oh, looking for a double bottom. That balance point's where it's at. It's got to hold that balance point right there. Doesn't feel good. It's cracking the lows. Stupid JNUG. Looks like it's going to be a tough day for JNUG today. Looks like 19's a good mark. Later, bud. I appreciate you coming in every day. That's awesome. Have fun on your fish. Damn it, JNUG. Stupid animal. See how they push it up in the wee early minutes of the trading session, and then they just slam it all day. Ugh. Just a typical Friday, I guess. Go have fun, Steely. Where are you going fishing at? What kind of fishing are you going to do? I like taking the spillways back and behind the lake, catching those fighters back beyond the spillways. I think ADHD is still in play there, Maria. Don't be fooled. I think it's got a catchy ticker. Alcobra. They have a play on words, don't they? ADHD, Alcobra. Then they move the base. Yeah. Walleye, nice. I've never caught a walleye. Those are walleyes are pretty big fighters. The split tails are the ones that crawl between the rocks, aren't they? Little rockfish. Yeah, I always wanted to catch a walleye. Some pike, walleye. We have some walleye over here, northern Arizona, but they're very rare. There is a lake over here, Fool's Hollow. It's a man-made filled-up canyon, but there's walleye in it. The bottom, the rocks, pretty big fighters. Damn it, J-Nug. It's breaking previous lows on a 60-minute chart. Let me confirm a spike low into support. Stupid J-Nug. Ruined my Friday. It's going to crack down. There it goes. Volume's getting heavy there. Stupid J-Nug. Done with you. Till Monday. I don't know if today is a good day to be trading. Looks like everything just kind of slowed to a still. Ain't nothing. Let's see what's going on in the heavier markets. Then I'll probably call it a day. Let's see what's going on here. Dollar's coming into support. Nice little bounce off the 34. S&P's making a new high. Daily candle so far on S&P is forming a hanging man. Huh. That doesn't look very good. Let's see what happens at the end of the day. I'll have to do a weekly close on that one. Excuse me. Dow Jones made a new high. Psh, what a joke. What sectors are holding these things up? I want to know. What is so bullish out there that is holding these things up? Is it the drugs? Because that's basically all that's running lately, isn't it? It's everything's just a joke. True grit. They're fighters, though. It's a lot better than catching those lake trout when they just nibble, 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 swallow, and then they don't fight. It's like dragging in a whale. Well, the whales fight. Excuse me, bad analogy. Nice bounce off of support, JNUG. Let's see what you got. Let's see. Come on. The moment I give you up, you bounce. We got previous lows. Lots of work to do here. Let's get above the 34. Got a lot of lake trout around here. If I had a wild hair, I would go back behind the spillways and catch some brown trout. Those are a little bit native browns are good fighters. I caught a 3-pound native brown trout a few years back. It was probably my best catch. The wild hare. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think too much money's going into Bitcoin, but there is money going into Bitcoin, and no one's selling, so it causes this little scarcity, right? Let's see what the measured move is. A high and low, and then the crack. I'm looking at 6,500. Oh, I already had it set up here. I'm looking at 6,500 on the push. If it wants to cover the measured move. I already had it labeled. Nice thinking. The 1-2 punch across the resistance here on JNUG. Got to get above that trend line. I hoped so badly that we were going to get above 20 today. We can still do it. Lake trout around here is all stock fish. They farm them and then drop them off as fingerlings and then grow up to be maybe 8 to 10 inches. They suck so bad. Farmed trout suck. They don't fight. You can thank government for that. Everything the government touches, they destroy. Everything's coming back in. I don't see anything very important going on here. Epics. What's going on, Thomas? Right over the 34. Let's do it. Come on, JNug. I need above 20 on the weekly close. That'd be sweet. Here she comes. It's breaking into previous lows. I got support now. This Epix coming out of that. Look how tight that is on this Epix. Back and forth, 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 back and forth. There's some pops. Pops came back in. It's getting ready. It's gearing up. Obviously no volume, but at the end of the patterns, the volume's always dropped off. TROV didn't catch that just till now and popping its head up at 87 cents. You can see the bullish retracements in, get across previous highs. Could get a nice run out of that. Look at the J curve on the monthly. Resistance all the way up in and around 3. How's the VIX? Probably still on its lows. The VIX. Yeah, it's still on its lows. Had a little push into resistance back into support. It's gearing up for something. Nice little J curve pop, and then now we have support. There goes the LTC. It's got a little volatility. LTC USD. I'm on a different computer for that, but look how low it is. Look how low the VIX is. I mean, 8785 was the low. 99. So it's below previous lows and it's above all-time low. Not maybe not all-time. Yeah, JNUG was stretched beyond belief. You're right about that. You can see the oversold situation here. That would equate to your Bollinger Bands, outside the band, back inside the band kind of situation. Outside the band, inside the band. I got a reverse head and shoulders off of my indicator here. Left, head, right shoulder, pattern break. I am overbought now, but we can stay overbought for a while. Let's get across that trend line. Trend is my friend, and you need to get above it. TROV popped its head up. No volume break yet, but it's getting close. TROV. Government always screws it up. You would be amazed at what they're trying to do out here on the Apache Lakes. the whoever's in charge, Forest Service or whoever's in charge, federal bureaucracy, they're splicing I can't even, they're making a freaking hybrid fish and they're stocking them. You can look it up. I can't remember what they're called, but they're stocking these stupid fish now. A cross between, I think, a trout and something else. It's a government solution. It's just so stupid. Here comes the crack. J-Nug. Got 60 cents until 20. I think it could work. TRV. Not enough gusto. Well, I'm in the northern part of the state, in the White Mountains near Sholo, and they just ruined all the fishing. I used to go fishing all the time. They ruined it. There's no good fish anymore. They're all farmed. I'm not sure of the ratio on the GMO fish. I think the GMO fish is called Apache trout. Let me just do a search real quick. It's disgusting what they're doing. Everyone's like, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, yeah, let's splice two fish into one." It's just such a joke. Apache trout. Genetically modified rainbow trout could boost aquaculture. Shut the hell up. These people are dangerous. Dangerous is an understatement. Yeah, they should be. They should be. They should be banned. But somehow they're rebranding Monsanto and Bayer, the drug company. They teamed up now, so now Monsanto's under the umbrella of Bayer. So they're going to rebrand this whole GMO market. They do this crap all the time. They hide. Everyone finds them out. Then they go in hiding. They rebrand everything and try again. These people are dangerous. Looking for a double bottom now on JNUG. We got rejected off the 34 again. It's a tough road. Well, if you walk down up and down the grocery stores over here, everything is genetically modified. They add in the corn sugar on everything now. It's in everything. They even put it in mustard. Since when does sugar need to be added to mustard? It's added to mayo too now. Absolutely disgusting. Hopefully people wake up soon enough, because if they don't, they deserve what they get. The only sugar I use nowadays is honey. I go down to the swap meet every Saturday and buy myself $16 worth of honey. Fresh local honey. That's what I put in my coffee. Yeah, they sure do want to make sure that everyone gets cancer. That is a fact. I wonder how it just took one generation for everyone just to become dumb as rocks. I don't get it. Maybe 2 generations, but still. There should be total outrage about this Las Vegas cover-up. The narrative keeps changing to fit the evidence. It's just, are we finding out now the second shooter was actually shot? The security guard was the actual shooter. He was playing a security guard in uniform. I mean, how dumb do you have to be to freaking believe the official story? And now all the cover up. I had my Facebook wiped. YouTube's been wiped. Twitter's been wiped. Even the people's phones and stuff were wiped by the FBI. I mean, and everyone's like, oh, Weinstein. Oh, what a pervert. Really? Oh my God, he may be a pervert, but you're a dumb shit. I'm going to have to stop because you're going to get me all rolling up. You're going to get me all angry. I can't trade when I'm angry. No, it's a huge cover-up. It's just disgusting. We all got to wake up. There's a very evil something evil is controlling us. Something very evil. I'm not very religious, but shit's real. JNUG does not look like it wants to hold support. It's being rejected again. Watch out below if this cracks down. It's so worth holding for a push across 20. It looks like it could come all the way back into 19, just below 19 if it had to. Does not feel good. It got rejected there. You can see the rounding top, the bearish retracing, the rounding top into resistance. That's a bearish retracing. Now it's confirming on the downside. Watch for the previous low breaks. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it too. Yeah, I noticed that too, Maria. CTRV popping its head up. Good call. Good eye, Maria. Keeping us on target as usual. Nice volume break as well. Could get a nice crack out of it. CYCC. Look at that 2 o'clock break. Popped its head up. Nice little bottom pattern there. Nice. CYCC. Volume's coming in. Still watching CUR. Had a little push. Now the head fake. CROV. Stupid JNUG. Hurry up and do what you're going to do. Oh, damn. Whew. Holding 19 is key. Watch for the dip below 19, back above 19. CTRV. Good call, Maria. Oh, stupid JNUG. Yeah, steel does look good. It's just gonna get through that little line of resistance there. It's the gap. Gaps have huge resistance lines. So you're in and at 28 on steel. Nice gap on the open, and it's running. So it's a nice gap and run. But you got resistance coming in on that previous low gap. That's going to be tough to get through. Nah, I think gold is doing good. It crossed over 13 today. That's going to be a nice move for gold to close above 13 for the week. You can see it hit resistance, came back into support, gathering its legs, trying to cross over at 13. If we can close above 13 for the week, that's going to be very nice for gold. And the long-term charts for gold, I mean, it's been on a nice little trend. If we can break the previous highs at 1350, then we would be confirming the downward trend, because now we're above the 34. It's building, building, building. I would say gold is very bullish. Same as silver. These things are being held down like no other, though. So silver's building very nicely off that monthly chart. Mike Maloney. He's got a good documentary out there, but he trashed my because he doesn't like he got his lawyers onto all my little videos on my other channel. Him and Bill Still. Bill Still even gave me permission at one time. So I won't listen to either one of them anymore. I knew Mike Maloney when he was what's his name's accountant. So I know who Mike Maloney is. He wasn't always gold and silver. He was accountant for what's his name? Rich Dad, Poor Dad dude. They were neighbors on Camelback Mountain. The miners do look good. Had a good week. Unfortunately, this Friday close is looking terrible. But Nugget, these are all coming off of bottoms. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. Mike Maloney was just an accountant before before his gold and silver it made him famous, actually. But Mike Maloney and Bill Steele took their lawyers against my stuff over there on my rustysmetals channel. I got a whole bunch of copyright violations just because their face or voice was being heard. This was a long time ago, but I won't listen to either one of them anymore. Bill Steele even gave me permission to use one of his videos. Yeah, just take what you learn from them and move on. That's what I do all the time with anybody. Yeah, it's Take Back Friday. I tell you what, these miners are gearing up for something very, very nice. And here comes J-Nug off of this very low bottom again. I mean, you got to watch the daily hammers, these hammers on the miners, okay? This morning, right? It broke out, came back in. That's all that's going on here. These hammers are going to be sweet once they confirm on the upside. These hammers. We broke the hammer, and then now we're coming back in for the head fake. Confirming these hammers next week is going to be sweet. Sweet. It'll be good. TROV. Kier had a little head fake. That's in play for next week, unless it wants to wake up. Did he actually? Did he actually give you the? Was it an earnings play or something? I can't even get a stupid Ameritrade to get me a quote on it. I think it was working earlier. I don't know what happened. Let's see here. That should be okay. Hang on a second. LBIX. Did he actually tell you beforehand on LBIX? Because that's pretty good. Yeah, you can see the daily coming across the 34 back into the 34 in the previous high breaks. I mean, easy peasy. 2 o'clock. Wonder why I can't get a. I was. Pretty sure I was looking at a chart of this earlier, but I can't see it now. Well, I picked up LBIX off of the scans that I do every morning, so just not showing a chart on it. That's because of Ameritrade's stupid. Right. Yeah. Well, you're welcome to use my stock fetcher scans. If he picked it up, I picked it up as well. Off of the medical scan I do on stock fetcher. This is my scan right here. You're welcome to copy that and use stock fetcher. It's only $8 a month or something stupid. I just scan every morning, download it, copy it into my list. It's ready to go. Seems like every morning biotech's taking another leg up. CTRV. Wondering if the bio industry is holding up the Dow and the S&P. Seems like the only thing running. Stupid J-Nug off a low again. Coming back into resistance. How much do you pay for that subscription? Do you pay a subscription over there, Hi-Ho Silver, to get those leads? There's the crack across the 34. I've been using stock fetcher from day one. You can pay a lot of money to get those intraday scans. ADHD, is it on? I love ADHD. What happened? Oh, it's coming up, huh? Damn! ADHD! Everyone's buying drugs. Everyone's got concentration problems. Come on, ADHD. Everyone's buying. Hope you make a bunch of money on that, Maria. I hope you make a ton. A whole wheelbarrow's full of dollar. What was that? What was what? ADHD? Popping its head up right here on its highs today. Uh-huh. Good call, Maria. Oh, I see. J-Nug for a double top there. Being rejected again. Make sure we hold support this time. You mean this, Thomas, you talking about the stock fetcher? It's my scanning tool. I put up parameters of what I want. I want it to apply to the medical industry above weekly 8 and below simple moving average 34. So it's above and below. And I want to make sure that this is the weekly charts because the daily charts don't mean anything. So then every morning I come to my filters. This one is trade for profit. That's for gold and silver. And I need to take out this basic materials because it screws my scans up. Taking notes. What are you taking notes on? Are you copying the scan? Oh, stupid YouTube. I tried to copy and paste into this chat room and it won't let me do it above 200 characters. Thanks. I'll email it to you. Yes, I will email it to you. One thing though on this scan, I would take out basic materials. The other thing is a lot of times I will change below simple moving average 34 to above. And then other things that you may add is volume. Make sure you have volume. And the other thing is make sure it's weekly charts because those are the moves that come on the dailies. This is the same. All these picks that I've been getting are all from these scans. I'll email it to you, Maria, right now. If I can find it. I know. I got you now. Here it comes. There you go. Spanx. Well, shank you. If anyone is interested, just copy the actual thingies there, and then add your sectors, and then save it to each scan. I would definitely add volume. I do a more broad scope. I would add volume in there to make sure you don't catch the ones that are just worthless. But have fun. They added this little filter builder over here. You can do all sorts of stuff. And then what's really good is downloading this user guide. All right, this user guide comes in a PDF format. It's a huge PDF format. Anyways, download this, and it will explain to you every single definition of every single indicator you can think of and how to write it onto your scan. That's before I had to use that. That's before they had this filter builder. Add a sector. I mean, how easy is that? Just build it from there. Add a filter. That's your indicators. What market do you want? Easy peasy. Anywho's, fun and games. You're welcome, Maria. Everyone should use this. This is like $8 a month to get the best scans you can get, besides paying for the live scans, you know, those expensive ones. You can have a live. I don't even know how much they cost anymore. But this is cheap, inexpensive. You'll find the same moves I'm always talking about. Simple to simple, simple, simple. I keep it simple. JNUG's on a tear. Let's get this thing back above 20. Let's crack the whip on that, on the on that daily hammer. Looks like silver's cracking the three tops yesterday. That's very nice. Let's get this back above. I'm still looking for an opposing point on silver, so the V bottom doesn't work. Maybe we can get this all the way to 18 and then the opposing point. Something like that. ADHD. Here's one coming across the X bit, poking its head up. These things are explosive. Chain nug at resistance, previous lows. Little struggle. Let's see what's going on. I've been on them. See what's going on here. Miss PRLF, PRELF. I don't have a lot of data, that's why I'm not catching it. Nothing we haven't talked about. Chain nug. Let's break into previous lows. Let's get that 20 mark. Into support, back through resistance. Nice little volume kick. Boom, boom. I think the oil stock should be coming back around. That got knocked back pretty good. Don't see nothing. I bet you next week will be good on oil. Let's check the crude here. It's back and forth above the 34. It's got a lot of work to do to get through resistance, but looks like it's consolidating nicely. You can see on the long-term chart, oil came to a spike high and then now coming back into support. Let's see if the 8 will hold it on that weekly. I'll have to do a weekly update here for everybody. Chain nug. Little head fake going on here. I expect the dollar to be up next week. I'm not sure how far Dow Jones is going to go before it just really has a 2-bar reversal. Looks like all the disasters, all the false flags, all the pensions, all the retail horror films. I don't understand why it keeps going up. Everything's fake. I don't understand it. Gold and silver. That's where it's at. I think this would be a good spot for the right shoulder to come in on the left head, right shoulder scenario. Watch for the sling back here. Chain nug. I'm going back to the medical. That's the most exciting. Every day to see a green on the medical side of things. Previous high break. Here we go. Come on. Then I got to go. I really want this above 20 for a Friday close. All right, well, I'm going to go. Chain hook looks good. Everything else looks good. Just a typical Friday. Made a high and came all the way back in kind of scenario. I appreciate everyone coming by today. Had good discussions. Maria as well. Good calls. Love it. But I'm going to take off. I got to go to work. So don't forget to tip your bartender. Buy him a cup of coffee. Go out and buy some gold and silver, physical metals, where it's at. Everything else is speculation. Anyways, there's so many things open. I don't know where to click off here. Sorry. I'll see you guys. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you soon. Look for the weekly update.